Welcome to the good, the bad, the Dungey show. This is Wayne Dungey, everybody.
This is Jennifer Dunn.
This is our first podcast. So, welcome everybody. Like I said, my name is Wayne Dungey. This is our first podcast as a couple. If
Wayne, you just said this.
you whatever, if you check me out before, I have another one called Impact Radio. And so, if this is your first time listening to me on podcast, well, welcome.
I've never done podcasts before, but this is my first one.
Yeah, but you've been on the radio. You done KVI before. So, kind of similar. What you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, hey, we people keep telling us like y'all need to record yourself, record what y'all be talking about, do different things, but we're not ready for the video cameras yet. So we're gonna start with the podcast. Once again, with this show, we're gonna talk about the good things that we gone through. We're gonna talk about the bad things that we gone through. We're gonna talk about what makes us up as an individual, or help us as a couple. Um, Definitely, if you're watching this, please share with your friends. Send us some ideas on topics that you want to hear us talk about. We will have special guests on here. So, Jennifer, why don't you tell the people about yourself?
No, you were supposed to tell yourself first. So
Oh,
you're going to stop
so
that. Stop
okay, so I gotta go first. All right. So I already said my name, so I'm the CEO of Deep Impact Entertainment. That's an entertainment company that work with independent artists as a management firm, and we help with their careers. But also, I have leaders in training, which we help create leaders through music, sports, and STEM. Um, we throw a lot of kids parties. We throw a lot of different events around, and I'm a youth advocate. And so those are some of the major things. I'm a husband, a father, a friend. I could keep going, but so you get the drift, right? And Jennifer, why don't you tell a little bit about yourself?
So I am a postpartum and birth doula. I'm a community health worker. I'm a community health worker instructor. I'm a mother. I'm a wife. I'm a friend. I am a superwoman. I have a lot of roles, and it's hard to define as a mom, as a wife, what role I'll be in today, but that's me.
That's good, and that made me think that how much we all have to play a different role. You know, I introduced myself, then I also work at a high school, and I work with social skill kids that social behavior skills, and there's many roles that we have to play, and I think that's one reason why. Well, let's take back. I know that's one reason why I want to do the podcast, just to let people know that you're not alone out there, right? There's a lot of different things that we all go through that's similar, and we are going to be the crazy people that actually talks about it.
So while we're on this subject, because it's been something that's kind of been talked about on Facebook and some different media channels that I'm a part of, is the Superwoman Superman complex, but more so the Superwoman complex in society. So I work with Black mothers most of the time, just working on some of the disparities that they face. And so, what do you think, Mr. Dungy, about the Superwoman complex? What does that even mean to you when you think about Black women in the Superwoman complex?
What I think about the Superwoman complex, man, I wasn't expecting that question, but I think it goes to the fact that and women have to play all these different roles, right? And they don't have time to be sick or be time to be in pain because they playing the nurturer. They got a lot of them work, um, and so they'll put their other people needs before theirs. Because that's what superheroes do, right? They put other people's needs before theirs. And so when you say superwoman complex, that's what it comes to mind. Like everybody come before your own needs, which could be good, which could be bad.
So if Superwoman is taking care of everyone's needs, then who's taking care of Superwoman?
It depends on what type of relationship. If you're single, really, you would say no one. Hopefully, you built a good social circle around you that hold you down and have your back, and friends that you could call on, and family members. I know not everybody got has that, but if you're married, it would be your significant other, your spouse. I will believe that they will be there to help you and hold your back. And so I think it just depends on what area and phase you are in life, you know. But in any case, I believe you have to have a village, no matter if you're a superhero. Superheroes have people they talk to. Batman had um, Alfred, you know. Superman had Lois Lane. So
I definitely think I agree with that village concept. Whether you're married, single, I don't think it matters. I think it matters that you have a village. So you have friends that you can talk to that can keep you accountable, not just people who are saying yes. Because as much as Jennifer likes the yes people to just say yes to me,
she
baby, because
sure do.
I do like them. I also need those people who keep me accountable and who keep me in check. And I think that's the season of life that I'm like most walking into now is having those friends that keep me accountable. That may say yes sometimes, but may also be like, I don't know about that, Jen. So having those friends that keep us supported and pour into our cup as much as they take out, because we as moms, as women, we're always giving, and so we have to make sure that we're pouring into ourselves. That's been one of the big things for me as of the past year, and especially in 2019, 2018 was a big year for me. But making sure that I pour into myself. And how do I pour into myself? I work out. This year I've been going strong, working out, getting up and going to the gym at 4 a.m., 4:30 a.m. Now I'm getting up at 3:50 a.m. to be at this gym and then work a full day. But that's my me time. That's how I give back to myself because I need to be around and be healthy for my kids, for my husband, for myself. I don't want to be tired. I don't want to be sick. So I've really been investing in myself and pouring into myself by going to the gym. Please trust and believe. I don't want to be up at 4 a.m., especially when we're staying up till what time is it now? Like 10 p.m. recording. I'm tired. I want to go to sleep. But I have to pour into myself, and that's why I wake up. And I think that's important is that exercise, that self-care. Girl, go get your nails done. Do what makes you feel good. Really pour into yourself. And self-care looks different for different people. It doesn't necessarily mean going to the salon. It could be, like I said, going to the gym every morning, pouring into yourself in that way. It could be spending some time reading a book, jamming your favorite songs, just going in. Um, but yeah, the biggest thing this year for that has been exercise. I know you started exercising a lot too, Mr. Dungey. How's that going?
It's going good. I mean, I get more motivation. Go back to the self care, and we talk about the superwoman, and which I definitely admit that you do a lot, and you help support this family a lot as well, and I could attest to that. And you involved in so much and everything going on, so I'm glad that you got the self care thing happening. And that's one thing I always try to push you to do, and I'm glad to see you doing it. As for me, I believe it's self care too. Working out, getting back in shape. Um, right now I'm on a mission. I'm about to be 34 in a little bit less than a month. So with that being about to be 34 and have arthritis, and I guess you complain about my snoring a lot. I do.
Amen.
I had to get back in shape, and I saw myself continue to get bigger and bigger. And I told myself I wasn't gonna let that, but it's so easy to get comfortable, even being a father, because you go to work, you come home, you with your family, you get comfortable. And luckily, I got a woman that could cook, so I ate good. We ate good, and I still know how to cook. And but now since all these different things happening and health issues, working out been good. This week I'm on cardio, and then I could feel myself losing weight, but I kind of tell myself I'm not. It kind of like that. I don't know if you understand, like a Tom Brady effect or Michael Jordan effect. Like you gotta find something that motivates you and push you. So I don't want to be like, oh, I'm good. I'm complacent where I'm at. I gotta find. So telling myself, man, I'm not where I want to be. And so I work. I usually work out at nights. After the kids, after we get the kids to do their homework, then I could dip out and go work out at night. And that's my me time. I think about different things. I think about different projects, different things that have to get done. And so I agree. Self care is very important in work, especially in the career fair we work at. When you're working with basically social work, a lot of things you do, you take home from your clients or the people you work with. You kind of carry that in a sense. So I was important from my time when I worked with community and schools. Um, you got to have some type of self care, right? You don't want to get burnt out, and then you have kids to that. You definitely want to burn out, and then you have, as my aspect, you had a wife to that, and I definitely don't want to burn out. You know, because I feel like as a male, you told to be strong. Carry that burden. You can't stress. You can't be sick either. And a lot of things you hold inside, and working out allows you to get that stress out, so you can be strong, so you can be the father figure and the husband head of the household. So
Do you think there's any correlation to a man having to be strong and hold the Superman complex and the woman or the black woman holding the Superwoman complex?
I think it either the same or a difference. What you?
Do you think there's any correlation? So, any.
I I don't know. I didn't think.
And if there's correlation, can you have a Superman and a Superwoman in the same household?
I think nowadays we have to be whoever you are. That's because society is so much with the cost of living going up, and you have a kid, and like you have to be a super person. You have to be, and then if we go into the aspect of being a black African American, there was society and the system that put in place, it's even more of a battle. Then yeah, it takes two to be super. Things don't come easy, and but I think if y'all both strong, just find some way to balance each other out. And I know we try to work at that. I mean, we're not perfect, and there's moments when we get on each other's nerves.
Baby.
But, you know, it's the fact that you communicate and work through it. Right? So can you relate to a time like now remembering being a single mom, or like how like do you feel like there was a superwoman complex even in that?
I feel like there's always, as a mom, as a woman, I feel like there's always a Superwoman complex. When I was single, before kids, I was doing like 15 jobs. And now I'm single with kids. I still do like 15 jobs. Most of them relate to my kids and my husband, but I still do them. And I don't know if it's like a necessary. A lot of times I do it. It keeps me busy. It keeps me moving. Y'all know me that if I stop moving, I might fall asleep on the couch. I may fall asleep
Yep.
anywhere.
Yep.
So when it comes to life, I gotta just stay moving, and that's probably where a little bit of my superwoman complex comes down. But at the same time, I think it's important that you highlighted that Superman Superwoman correlation is the fact that you can have two in the same household. And it doesn't have to be a power struggle. When you look at these superhero movies, you see multiple superheroes in them. And just having one, that it doesn't take away from another. Like sometimes you need all of them. They all come with different powers. And I think that's the biggest thing about when we look at our relationship. When we first got together, we're very different. You are very extroverted. I'm very introverted. Hence why it's taken us however many years we've been married and however many years you've been talking about doing a radio show to actually do a radio show. Because that's not me. I normally don't want to be on the radio. I don't want to be out in the front. I just kind of want to be good. I'll do it in the background. I've done so many things for you background wise, career wise, that it's very different for me to be in the front. And that's kind of where it's been. And it's kind of shifted, I feel like, in the past couple of years is that when we first got together, I was always supporting you. Oh, go baby, do this. Oh, yes. And I kind of sit in the background. And as of lately, I feel like the doors that have opened for us, that God's opened for us, and that we walked through, have been doors that put me in out in the open and in spaces where I'm not always comfortable as an introvert. So it's definitely been interesting, but we balance each other, and there are times that we have to continue to support each other through our superhero complex. I get tired. I'm only human. So there's times where I'm tired and you have to come in and save the day. There's a lot of stuff. It's that balance. And I think that's what makes a good relationship is finding that balance. And again, we're far from perfect, but we have similar like-minded goals of where we want to go and what we want to do and what we want for our family and our kids. And so those like our goals and our motivation mold us together. We may not do it the same on a day-to-day, hour-to-hour basis, but when it comes to our bigger picture of how we get there, we may get there in different ways, but we're going to get to the same destination.
Yeah, and I totally agree with that because we are different. As I'm an extrovert, you're an introvert, and they're learning how to make that work. And it takes a lot of time and effort. But I like how you say we all gotta be super. You know, super. You could be a Superman, Superwoman, superheroes. All work with different powers, right? And it brings me to the point, like even if like me and you our relationship dynamic, we're husband and wife, we're married. But that brings me back to two of our friends, you know, that we know, and I'm gonna give them a shout out, Marissa and Mickey.
Mariki!
We call them Mariki, you know. And what's cool about them is they're two best friends, and they have kids, and they were like, hey, let's move in with each other and help out with each other kids. When one is strong, the other one is weak. When the other one is weak, the other one is strong, and they're strong together. But at the same time, they there to support each other. And I think one of them shared an article about that, how a lot of people are doing that now. When you have friends, especially like single.
Actually, I shared that article.
Oh, you did. My bad. She shared that article. Jennifer shared that article.
I tagged them.
You tagged them in it, where best friends are moving. Single best friends with kids are moving in with each other in order to help support each other. You know, and I think that's dope because you need a village. You can't do it all on your own, and it takes a village to raise a kid. Take a village in a family in general.
But not only does it take a village, and the thing that is so amazing about when you look at Murky is that women, we are catty. We like to fight. We're pet. We could do a whole lot of stuff to each other. But to see two women support each other in this type of fashion, coming together, taking care of each other's children, and not by any ties, not because I'm trying to marry her or anything like that, just out of the goodness of the heart and knowing, man, that she's like me. Like we going through like situations. How come we can't help each other prosper? And I feel like that's big for being in the women's world. We don't always try to make the woman next to us succeed. We're not always trying to lift each other up. Sometimes we're tearing each other down. And there's enough out there for all of us to get it. So I just think that part is pretty amazing to see two women support each other in that type of fashion.
And I totally agree. And I probably see that trend. Probably not. I wouldn't say a trend that happening more so often. And it may get to with single dads doing it too. Who knows? You know, like brothers, like a roommate. We had roommates growing up in college. I lived in a dorm with, and I lived in an apartment with my homeboys, and like you will start seeing that people are working with each other in the betterment of the community and their families, and by doing that, it can mean so much more. So, with that being said, we'll get into our first song break. This song is from my artist that I work with named Kyle Monet. If y'all got Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, look up Kyle Monet or officially Kyle Monet. You have the O and officially it's actually a zero. Hey, this young lady is a rising star. I mean, she just did a video that had over, I want to say 10,000 shares. She killed this one gospel song. Like, she did her thing. And one of my students at the school I work with, I told her about, she asked me, like, how the music been going? Don't you do music? I like, yeah. Then I showed her my artist. I showed her Kyle, like, I know that girl. Me, like, it was one song she was in the bathroom, but we always talking about it. And so that just cool. So here goes a song by Kyle Monet. Intro.
See, it's crazy how it all changed for me. Just a year ago, I didn't have these dreams. I started thinking about the different things that life brings. I started hustling to get the things that I need. I came from way down, trying to figure out if I'm gonna make it out. I came from way down. I had to come up on the check without a doubt. They looked at me funny, cause I ain't have money. And all of a sudden, they wanna be buddies. Nothing that is funny, that is all about money. I'm ripping and running, trying to see who really for me. If I could change the world, I would do it right. If I could just live through this one night. They taking people's lives right in front of our eyes. See, it's crazy how everything has changed. I'm the best, I don't rest because I need a check. People say so much, but they don't know the struggles. They just really know the half, and that's from they mothers. They ain't never experienced change. They think it's a game. I'm here through the storm and rain, trying to make it to the biggest stage. And they trying to knock me, but there ain't no stopping me. I'm gonna keep running and pushing and going and running and They looked at me funny, cause I ain't have money. And all of a sudden, they wanna be buddies. I think that is funny, that it's all about money. I'm ripping and running, trying to see who really for me. I came from way down, trying to figure out if I'm gonna make it out. I came from way down. I had to come up on the check without a doubt. I came from way down, trying to figure out if I'm gonna make it out. I came from way down. I had to come up on the check without a doubt. Everybody, yeah. Everybody, yeah. Everybody goes through enough on their own. Sometimes you gotta hold it down, stay strong. No matter what they say, you can't move on. They looked at me, cause I ain't have. And all of a sudden they wanna be buddies. I think that is funny, that it's all about money. I'm ripping and running, trying to see who really for me. I came from way down, trying to figure out if I'm gonna make it out. I came from way down. I had to come up on the check without a doubt. I came from way down, trying to figure out if I'm gonna make it out. I came from way down. I had to come up on the check without a doubt. I started thinking about the different things that life brings. I started hustling to get the things that I need. I go hard in the juice, even harder for you. Ain't ashamed about it. Talking about don't move. She like, please don't call. She like, please don't call. She like, please don't call. I can't help it, baby. I go hard in the juice, even harder for you. But don't tell nobody, 'cause it's all on you. Please don't call. She like, please don't call. She like, please don't call. I can't help it, baby. I'm a real freak about mine. She a real freak about hers. I'ma taste it first, obey my thirst. Then drop it in slow, make a splash of purse. Trying to take it all out to catch the squirts. Really pulling out, trying not to nut. She put me back in like that's why we fucking. I can call her a duck if she can get it back up. Now she kissing tips, leaking nuts. Getting all creamy from the finger fuck. Vertical 69's got her hanging tough. Ain't gotta tell her shit 'cause she like it rough. On the pill, I'm wilder in the zoo. But I'm straight fire on too. And baby, you can't tell your friends, 'cause they gon' want some too. I go hard in the juice, even harder for you. Ain't ashamed about it. Talking about don't move. She like, please don't call. She like, please don't call. She like, please don't call. I can't help it, baby. I go hard in the juice, even harder for you. But don't tell nobody, 'cause it's all on you. Please don't call. She like, please don't call. She like, please don't call. I can't help it, baby. Well, I go hard in that juice, baby. Several drinks, now we loose. Faded head, triple shot to that goose. I'm a brown, so I'm kicking flavor like Bruce Lee. Feel like a movie. Adrenaline is running through me. It's hotter than hell in your private jacuzzi. Dripping, bottom lip lit like you drooling. Hitting it off from the back and the spine. Don't bet that. Mission it first, so check that. Mix me all in the kitchen where the bread at. Head on the wall, ass up, one leg back, step back. I'm about to come out and baby, quit moving, I'm done. So give me about 5 minutes, and I'm gonna get back in that thing. I go hard in the juice, even harder for you. Ain't ashamed about it. Talking about don't move. She like, please don't call. She like, please don't call. She like, please don't call. I can't help it, baby. I go hard in the juice, even harder for you. But don't tell nobody, 'cause it's all on you. Please don't call. She like, please don't call. She like, please don't call. I can't help it, baby. She like,
Hey,
she like.
that was Momo and Nexo, two independent artists that submitted their song to be played on the radio. Know a little bit explicit, but they say please don't go. You know, Valentine's Day. How many people saying please don't go? Valentine week.
It is Valentine's week.
So, and speaking of Valentine week, we're gonna move on to the next section. Why you looking at me crazy? But so we can talk about romance. Romance.
So first of all, I got a question about this romance and this Valentine's Day. Why do all of our holidays center around food? All I'm seeing around, I promise you, when I walk into the grocery store, HEB, all I see is this big tent that they put inside. And they got all different kinds of chocolate covered strawberries, chocolate covered orange, chocolate covered anything you want. And it's always around Valentine's Day. They put all of this stuff up. What if I don't want dessert? What if I'm trying to get it right, get it tight? Why? Why do they do this to us? Y'all tell us you want us to be all skinny, fit, thick, whatever. And then y'all give us chocolate. What is wrong with this world? That's confusing.
And I think when you first started getting back to when you started working out, doing this health change, healthy lifestyle change, that's one thing you mentioned. You mentioned that now it's hard for us to go on dates because everything is centered around food. So now we like, what type of date can we go on? What kind of date night? And we don't like the same things. We do and we don't. Like going to the movie, but then you want popcorn, you want the candy, you want the soda. I mean,
I don't want the candy from the movie theater, baby. I want to go to HEB, give me a couple boxes of that dollar candy, and I'm going to go to the movie theater. But I buy the movie theater popcorn because I like it with extra butter, layered.
with the popcorn salt.
You like that popcorn sauce. I
Tastes
like
good.
some jalapenos, baby.
No, I can't do the jalapenos. I can't do the jalapenos.
But see, there we go, talking about food. This is a problem with date nights now, especially during winter. This Texas winter ain't been no joke. It's cold. So stuff that we do enjoy doing, like outdoor stuff like hiking, going out for walks, it's too dang cold for that. Ain't nobody want to do that while it's freezing. I done lost all my insulation. I definitely can't be outside.
Man, you get cold real easy now.
Super easy. So what do you do? How do you do it? That's been the struggle with date nights more recently is how do we keep it going when it's cold? I really don't even want to leave my house. I'd rather just stay bundled up like I am in my little what do you call these little blankets with the arms? Snuggies.
Yeah,
That's what
snuggies.
it's called, a snuggie.
And then along with that, it's sitting around food, but then you have work. We both have work, and then we so involved in the community and our activity. From you coach cheer, I coach football. You still coaching cheer and gymnastics. I coach basketball, and then we got the job with rehearsals and different things like that. So when do you find time to have date nights?
And then you add in kids' homework, because our kids have homework.
Kids' homework.
And then you add in just everything when you think about it. It's a lot. And then you add in workout. The time
the workout,
gets away from you. But I guess if we're willing to invest in ourselves, we have to invest in our relationship as well.
So you have to make a conscious effort to make something happen. Because if you just let life go through or go by, then you kind of get lost in the shuffle and you lose yourself. I believe me, you lose that excitement. And we dealt with that a little bit in the past where you or I felt like we lost ourselves and it kind of caused a rift. But we fought through it, we worked through it, and we still here, right? So, but I looked up some things because we talked about what do we do? Everything's centered around food. And I looked up a list of 10 dating ideas from Marie Claire. It's a magazine. I don't know much about it, but hey, I know I just looked it up. So I want us to go through this. We're gonna say the list. I did 12 things, and some of these we done, some we done, but we talk about it. Number 1, they say take a cooking class together.
I don't want to take a cooking class. I know how to cook. That's how I got fat to begin with. I don't need to cook.
Yeah. Okay, number 2, yoga in the park.
Oh my gosh.
That's all the CG.
Who is Marie Claire? Whoever you just researched, she is not my friend. First of all, I don't like yoga. Yoga is very stressful for me. Like to be that still, that quiet. Nah, buddy. I'm going to be sitting on that park bench eating an ice cream sandwich watching you do yoga in the park.
But I think that's equivalent now, CG in Texas. I don't see yoga, but they everywhere. Like I said on Facebook, they're like Girl Scout cookies. Everybody has them, and they pop up everywhere.
But that ain't like a date. You gonna go on a date to CG?
People do, like yoga in the park. Ain't that a date? But I guess yoga more calming and slow. And
CG?
so,
I don't know about that being a date.
Some people do it.
Ashley done invited me, so she might be trying to date me, but I don't know about that.
Number 3, go ice skating. I know this is definitely out for you because you would not go ice skating.
Never again, baby. I'll sit there and drink hot cocoa. Actually, won't even sit there. It's too cold. I'm done.
And so I had to take the kids along.
You can take my daughter on a date. Daddy-daughter date.
Ice skating. Ooh-wee. Number 4, meet for brunch. Once again, that's food, right?
But man, there are some good brunches in Austin that I need to get out and try. The only problem is my husband don't like to wake up. He's not a morning person. And some of these brunches, you got to be in line.
If you really want to go, I'll make the effort. If you really want to go.
Well, I can't even eat anymore like that. So no,
we share a plate. We save money. There you go.
No,
I win.
No.
Bing, bing, ching, ching, cheap date.
Brunch is not that. Brunch is a buffet. See? You don't even know what we're talking about.
I don't. I need to up my game. Number 5, ride bikes.
So we've done that.
We did that. We did that in Miami.
We were in Miami.
Even though they were trying to hit me.
Whoa. We were in Miami. And it was great. I enjoyed it. We got to ride.
We did.
We got in a little bit of trouble because you're not supposed to ride on the boardwalk. And we
Yeah.
clearly did not know that you can't ride on the boardwalk.
But we did.
Wayne didn't like it as much because they kept trying to hit him in the street. Well, he kept claiming they was trying to hit him.
Whatever.
I don't know. I was right in front of him. I didn't have no issues.
Maybe I was paranoid. Number 6, go to a comedy show.
And
I like that because people laugh. Laughter, you laughing with each other.
Everything is funny though.
And
maybe if we go to Michael Blackson,
you really like him.
He's funny.
Well, my homeboy, actually got a homeboy that I went to high school with, and he actually a comedian now, and he's ready. He ready to get Bryce Brown, and he really blowing up. He really doing the thing. So let's try to. When he in Austin, we got to go.
Maybe.
Number 7, find a pottery class.
Okay, that's like a romance movie. Marie Claire been watching too many.
That's what it is. Romance Valentine's Day, right?
But I don't want to get my hands dirty with the pottery.
That's why they like get your hands a little dirty and nasty.
No, that's not romantic.
That's not the nasty you want, huh? Yeah.
No, I do not.
All right, number 8, explore a new coffee shop. They said explore a new coffee shop. I guess because it's small, intimate, quaint. A date, you talk, sip coffee,
and eat pastries. They have pastries. I don't want no pastries.
This one you probably not gonna like either. Restaurant hop.
No.
Once again, you ain't gonna get much out of it. Number 10, get a aura reading. Get an aura reading. So even if even if you're not into the what you call those things that zodiacs and things like that, it is interesting to do something different, unique, new.
I'd be scared they're gonna tell me something that I don't want to hear. That's the problem. And then if I hear it, then I'm stuck with her. I already heard it. It's too late to unhear it.
That may be true. Number 11, cheer for a sports team. I'm down for that one.
I'm all down for live games.
Woo, woo.
We can go to as many live games as you want because I like to beat. But I'm a certain class of live games. If we go, I want to sit in a box, baby. I want to have waitresses serving me, baby. I want to live my best life at that game, and we could just enjoy it.
We got to get there. We got to work our way up to that. We first got to get to games.
Yeah,
I think we went that one time you were spoiled, and you gonna want to go back every time.
See, that's how it happens.
And number 12, it was pursue a bookstore.
We've done bookstore way in the past.
Yeah, so we done some of these things. Not all of them. What we done? Some of these things. I mean, probably not on a date night, but we've done it at different times. And like I said, those are 12 things that you could do on a date, a first date, or a dating ideals to keep things going. And so, like I said, Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's to those. To those that not celebrate Valentine's Day, we'll hope tomorrow is a positive day for you.
And even if you don't necessarily have a Valentine, love yourself. Go spoil yourself. Because if you can't love yourself first, as they say, who's going to love you? You got to love yourself first.
Yeah.
So go spoil yourself, baby.
Well, actually, I think this is going to be after Valentine's Day we release this, so. Very true. Well, hope you did spoil yourself. And if you didn't, the weekend, because you had to work, the weekend coming up, go spoil yourself. And so, this weekend, we got an event at Colleen, so we won't be able to spoil ourselves. So, Colleen is the kids' Valentine party up at Kid University. I will be DJing. We have a lot of games and events. But if you're not doing anything, Valentine's Day, I always run an All-Star game. We always miss All-Star. You know what?
Bummer.
If Valentine and you do have a significant other or you are dating somebody, just enjoy the All-Star game with each other. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Watching the slam dunk contest with each other.
But what if I don't like that? Why I gotta do that?
Well,
so you gonna give me a pound of chocolate that's gonna make me
fat?
No. And then you want me to watch the game. What is the joy in this?
We can do keto chocolate.
First of all, no, a pound of chocolate is not keto.
We could do healthy chocolate. We could find something like that. You allergic to chocolate, so I would give you chocolate anyway, because you would die if I gave you chocolate.
I like
But
white chocolate.
you like white chocolate,
It's not
milk
real
chocolate,
milk chocolate,
but I wouldn't do that. If something that you can't eat and you watch it together, enjoy
I
it,
don't
enjoy
want to
it.
watch All Star.
We working on that, y'all. It's still work in progress. But
It's not gonna change, baby. Unless my son's on there, or I know somebody on there. I don't know if it's ever gonna change,
we got a
baby.
lot of work for that, and a lot of years. But hey, everybody, that's our time. Once again, thank you for listening to The Good, the Bad, the Dungey. This is our first podcast, and don't don't give us any too many bad comments because this is our first time. It's a first time in a while that I've done a podcast. So
Excuse me, don't give us any bad comments. That's my
yeah,
yes person personality. I like the yes people.
yeah. So like I said, you got topics? Let us know. Um, if you're an artist, R&B, even hip hop, and some of the song may be explicit that you hear on the radio, but we prefer non-explicit, but we're open-minded people. We want to give different people opportunity. But yeah, so episode 1 down. Hopefully more to go. Let us know what you think. Like Jennifer said, leave all good comments. If you got a negative comment, just don't say nothing at all. Or inbox me personally. So once again, thank y'all, and we'll see you later. You gonna say bye to the people?
Bye, y'all.
Mm-mm-mm. All right, y'all. Talk to y'all later.